At a media briefing convened in Colombo today, the Socialist Youth Union commented on social media websites.
මාස දෙකකට ආසන්න කාලයේදී විශේෂයෙන්ම
The suicides of 4 young women, including schoolgirls, which took place over 2 months, have been attributed to deaths caused by Facebook. Although the cabinet spokesperson and the police spokesperson have not directly said that Facebook will be banned, that idea is integral in the statements that they have made. We can see that the government is attempting to use these 4 deaths to enact laws that will prohibit Facebook or subject it to some censorship. It could be that these things are being planned because they are bringing it up so that we can see it.
Views were also expressed on the issue of suicide at this media briefing.
If you look at the information contained in the Psychiatric Journal of Sri Lanka, which is compiled by the psychiatrists in Sri Lanka, you will see that Sri Lanka is placed 11th in the world in terms of suicide rate, and in case of youth suicide, Sri Lanka is 5th in the world. This has prevailed for 2 decades, and it is showing an increasing trend.
Who will be the next Chief Minister of the Southern Province? A topic that has been the subject of much debate on the election stage at present. Let's take a look at the comments expressed by several politicians attached to the ruling United People's Freedom Alliance.
I have never been a person who cries over spilt milk. It is because of this that I have gained the status I have within the party over the past era. The service we rendered to the party was recognized and appreciated by the party, and especially by His Excellency the President, who took a just decision. Thereby, we have strong faith in our hearts that in the future too, he will take steps to give us the space on behalf of the people of the South.
We are not asking for the position of Chief Minister because of the benefits and privileges of that position. If we consider this as a pattern, we see that the first 2 were from Galle, the next 2 were from Mathura, and the next 2 again from Galle. Thereby the position of Chief Minister for the 7th and the 8th provincial councils should go to Mathura. At times they speak of the qualifications and the personality of the former Chief Minister from Galle. I am not criticizing the Chief Minister, but if personality is measured by girth, then there is no contest.
If the position of Chief Minister is open, I am not the only one who does not want it. I do not think that there is any justice in asking for the position of Chief Minister for a certain area. This is because the Mathura district has had the position of Chief Minister for the most amount of time. If that is the case, then the Hambantota district has more of a right. In the history of the Provincial Council, there has been no opportunity for the Hambantota district.
Let alone the position of Chief Minister. People who cannot even come first in their district are the ones who are asking for the position of Chief Minister. My hope is that when the votes are counted on the 30th and the alliance will win, I will become the first Sri Lankan in terms of percentage and will become the Chief Minister of the Southern Province.
I am not saying I am the next Chief Minister without any substance. I have suffered for 30 years for the Sri Lanka Freedom Party. I have been to prison, and for 20 years I have served as a councillor in the Provincial Council. For 8 of those years I have held a ministerial position, and I have never been the subject of any accusation of bribery or corruption. There are many who are qualified to be the Chief Minister. I too can say that I have the qualifications. I have educational qualifications. I have never stolen anything from the government. That gives me more qualifications.
When the entire country is talking about a front against corruption, I wish to express my belief that the people of Galle will rally to appoint Ajit Prasanna, who is qualified to be the President of the Anti-Corruption Association, of the position of Chief Minister of the Southern Province.
Why are we giving the position of Chief Minister to others? Let us keep it for Bentara Alpitia. Let's make Bentara Alpitia victorious. In that case, the winner will not be me, but the Bentara Alpitia electorate. Do not forget that.
The leader of the Democratic Party, Sarath Fonseca, says that he will not make false promises on development. He made this statement at a campaign rally held yesterday.
The campaign rally of the Democratic Party in the Minuangodi electorate was held in Udugampola yesterday under the auspices of the party leader Sarath Fonseca. For a while it was the chair, and then it was the beetle leaf. They have deceived the people for 20 years, trumpeting that they had built a thriving policy. Now they are coming to steal your votes once again. The Minister of Trade is now saying that you can buy a gunny sack full of goods with 5,000 rupees. You can buy hay to fill a room for 5,000 rupees. They are insulting you who are innocent. They are jesting. There is no development. If there is development, then you should have money in your hands. If there is development, then you should have the saffron in your kitchens. If there is development, then everyone should have a home to call their own. We will not promise the miracle of Asia to the people. We will promise the people that they will receive the basics that they need.
Lakshman Yapa Abewardena, the Minister for Investment Promotion, convened a media briefing in Mathura today.
මේ ලියුමක් යනවා ලක්ෂ්මන් යාපා පදනම කියලා. මේ ලියුමේ
There is a letter being circulated allegedly from the Lakshman Yapa Foundation. This letter says that if you come to my office on the 28th and 27th of this month, you will receive a mobile phone. I have not made a statement to the media prior to this, but there have been 4 or 5 such letters that have been already circulated. This foundation is one which has received local and international acclaim. What are they doing during this election campaign? My son is contesting for this election. His election campaign is at a high level at present in the Mathura district. That is why this mudslinging campaign has been initiated. I wish to clearly state that the Lakshman Yapa Foundation is not distributing any goods as part of this election campaign.
මඩ ව්‍යාපාරය ආරම්භ කරා. මම ඉතාමත් පැහැදිලිව කියනවා කිසිම බඩුවක් මේ ඡන්දය වෙනුවෙන් ලක්ෂ්මන් යාපා පදනම බෙදන්නේ නැහැ.
You're with Newsfirst. Take a look at what's happening elsewhere in the country. The newly constructed bus stand in Modara was declared open by United National Party parliamentarian Ravi Karunanayake today.
The bus stand was constructed under the centralised fund of MP Ravi Karunanayake.
කොළඹ ආසනයේ ජනතාව වෙනුවෙන් මේ
I will vest this bus stand with the residents of the Colombo North area. Many residents of this area requested for a bus stand to find shelter from the sun and during heavy showers. We are happy to engage in such a project for the betterment of the people in this area. We carry out such projects to obtain the blessings of the people.
It has been decided to prohibit monks of the Amarapura Sri Saddhammavanshika Mahanikaya to engage in politics without permission. The Sangha Council of the chapter arrived at this decision when it met at the Valisara Kappinawalawa Sri Ma Malakaya in Balapitiya yesterday.
We arrived at this historic decision after extensively discussing the activities of the bhikkhus at present. We arrived at this historic decision to stop monks from sitting on streets, creating conflicts with the police in a sensitive manner, speaking in a manner unbefitting of the monk and other things, so that we could bring forth a serene bhikkhu society. We have decided that the monks of the Amarapura Sri Saddhammavanshika Mahanikaya will not be able to contest elections, engage in politics or any other activity that would bring disrepute to the respect of monks.
අමරපුර සිරි සද්ධම්මවංශ මහා නිකායක භික්ෂුන් වහන්සේලාට නිකාය අවසරයකින් තොරව මැදිහත් වෙන්න බෑ කියන තීරණය තමයි ගත්තේ.
The registrar also remarked on steps that would be taken if this decision is violated.
පළමු වතාවේදී ආචාර්යයන් වහන්සේ මගින්
In the first instance, they will be advised and instructed. In the event that they disregard such advice and continue to act in a fashion, then we have decided to take action in keeping with the dialogue in the chapter and the constitution of the chapter.
සුදුසු විනය පියවර ගන්න හැටියට අපි තීන්දුව තීරණයට ලක් කළා.
Speaking at the Ingria Divisional Development Committee meeting today, Parliamentarian Vidura Vikramanayaka commented on the situation in the area. The MP expressed his displeasure on events that had transpired subsequent to a murder that had taken place in the Hadapangoda area.
හදපාන්ගොඩ පැත්තේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් කළා. මිනිමරුවා අල්ලන්න යන්න සෙනග නැහැ.
There was a problem in Handapangoda. There was no one to catch the killer, but there were plenty to catch the people who torched the killer's home. Officers were deployed from 3 or 4 police stations to catch them. I'm not blaming the police, but even the police should know if they should neglect their duties just because politicians tell them to do so. This politicization must stop. Various politicians are interfering in Honora because they have the ministerial portfolios and are making things worse. No matter what political or ministerial positions they have, these positions are not valid here. We do not interfere in their areas. We do not interfere in Matugama and Bulat Sinhala. There are people who are contesting the provincial council elections. They are like scavenging birds circling the skies and looking for a corpse. These provincial council candidates had also approached the police with regard to what happened. I've never seen our politicians stoop to such a lower level. They are exploiting the woes of the people.
A coffee table book titled 1975 to 2014 Sri Lanka, authored by Malinda Seneviratne, was launched this evening.
The launch was held at the Lakshman Kadrigrama Institute for International Relations and Strategic Studies. Defence Secretary Gotabaya Rajapaksa was also present.
There are people who told lies and they have been forced to reiterate those lies. Money moves things. But it is not only money that moves things, it's conviction. It's conviction. I am convinced that this was right. Everyone who took a political position is in a cage. I'm in a cage. I'm in the cage called free education. I benefited for 20 years from free education. I have a debt to pay to the people who financed my education to the best of my knowledge and ability. I will never be able to repay my debts. That is my cage. Someone might say you're a nationalist, that's cage too. I didn't earn one single cent for being a prisoner of this nation. But others, in their particular cages, they're very comfortable and they're earning a lot of money. These things we need to think about, I think.
Reconciliation and accountability can travel on the same track, but at different speeds. Press the accelerator on the reconciliation process and place it on the fast track, for it's the process that binds the people together. Accountability, to be meaningful, must give satisfaction to all those that suffered, irrespective of ethnicity. In that exercise, words and phrases such as the last days of the war will only make healing wounds fester faster.
The need of the hour is to leave behind us that excruciating pain and to chart a course forward. Now that is exactly what the government of Sri Lanka is engaged in doing at present.
A quick update on the match played between Sri Lanka and Pakistan. Sri Lanka has won the first match in the Asian Cup between Pakistan a short while ago. According to my producer, Sri Lanka has won the match by 12 runs. Lasith Malinga has bagged 5 wickets. Now, Sports First, of course, we'll have the details for you later on in the news bulletin.
A number of fishermen in Negombo state that they do not need any other concessions other than the fuel subsidy. However, the Ministry of Fisheries had stated that they will do away with the fuel subsidy and resort to an alternative.
A media briefing was convened today by Negombo Fishermen's Association to explain how the cancellation of the fuel subsidy will affect them. We used to work 20 or 25 days a month, but now we only work 10 or 12 days. Today the situation is such that we can no longer afford to go out into the sea and fish because of the price of the fuel. They have done away with 8 months worth of fuel subsidies. The fuel subsidy has been done away with as of now. The fishermen are protesting that they now have to bear the brunt of all the corruption and unlawful activities that go on in relation to fuel. The investigators, the Ministry of Fisheries and the Deputy Directors are responsible for this. We don't want other subsidies. We don't want boats or anything else. The subsidies you have promised the fishermen are not enough. They request that you give them back the full subsidy as before.
The water levels of reservoirs in catchment areas dropped significantly due to the drought in several areas. Incidentally, the dry spell at the Mausekale water scheme revealed a submerged town.
As a result of the 5-year Mausekale water scheme that was commenced in 1965, a number of people had to leave their homes in this area. K. Ramanan is one such person. Ramanan, who was a school-going child at the time and was assisting his father with the family business, shared his experiences at the time with us. My father was in the metal business and we spent a lot of time on that. The buildings, the hospital and the other structures in the old town were broken down and it was difficult for us to find a house. We shifted from place to place. Our house used to be on Samanala Road. It is from there that I went to school. Those were beautiful days. On both sides of the town, there were rows of shops. I'm presently standing on the road which was used before in 1969 to travel from Hatton to Colombo via Gangewata. If I am to put into another way, you could reach Adams Peak by coming to this location from Hatton and then proceed to Gangewata. On the 12th of June 1969, this road and this town were submerged. Although as a school child, Raman did not have a clear understanding of what happened on that day, he reminisced on what he could remember today. Water flowed gradually. I know that it first came to the town of Gangewata. It was raining heavily at the time, day and night. So we too came to see the water rising. Within about 3 days, it was all submerged. The ruins of the old Hindu Kovil, the Ganadevi Kovil, the temple, the mosque and other places of worship that were submerged are now seeing the light of day once again as a result of the receding water levels of the Mausekale reservoir.
The National Volunteering Secretariat was launched this morning at an event held in Colombo. The National Volunteering Secretariat is a joint venture of the Ministry of Social Services and the United Nations Volunteers Programme, or UNV. This initiative is part of the overarching Volunteer Information Coordination Centre, or VOICE project, that was initiated in lieu of the International Year of Volunteers in 2001.
With 2014 marking the 60th anniversary of Japan's overseas development assistance provided to Sri Lanka, Newsfirst inspected several development projects being carried out by the government with the assistance of the Japan International Cooperation Agency, or JICA.
The Greater Kandy Water Supply Project is being carried out by the National Water Supply and Drainage Board with assistance from JICA and was completed at a cost of 4,681 million rupees. The objective of this project is to provide a stable supply of safe water by developing and expanding water supply facilities in Greater Kandy, thereby contributing to the improvement of the living environment in the area. The small-scale dairy farming improvement through genetic and feeding management improvement project is being undertaken at the Kundasale Artificial Insemination Center. The project is designed to improve breeding and feeding and dairy management appropriate for small-scale dairy farming and eventually increase the milk productivity in the target areas, which are Kandy, Matale, Nuwara and Kurunegala districts. JICA is also assisting the community-based rehabilitation project in Rajangania with the support of the local authorities of JICA volunteers. The aim of this project is to provide a livelihood for disabled and differently abled persons through the promotion of small industry including handicrafts.
This year, 2014, is the 60th anniversary of the Japan's ODA to Sri Lanka. So in this memorable year, we're really happy to assist for the development of Sri Lanka.
Today marks day 5 of the 8th Thatikiral National Development Exhibition. Although initially the exhibition was due to be held till the 27th of this month, plans are now in place to extend the exhibition up until the 1st of March. The exhibition spans across 162 acres, including the grounds of the Northwestern University, Technical College and the Kuliapitiya Central College. Facilities were provided at the SDC Media Zone by Newsfirst to conduct screen tests for aspiring news readers. A cap with the Newsfirst logo was given away free to everyone who visited our media zone and activated the Newsfirst alert service on their mobile phones. The parachute exhibition that was held in the evening also proved to be a major attraction. Bachi with Fire will light up the stage of the music concert tonight. The media sponsors for today's musical show are MTV and NBC.
Newsfirst U reporter from Anuradhapura reported a motor accident that occurred in Godage Mawatha, Anuradhapura this evening.
The accident occurred as a result of a three-wheeler that was flying from Navanagare, veering off the road and falling into a drain. The three-wheeler driver was admitted to the Anuradhapura General Hospital.
Now in some cricket news, Sri Lanka and Pakistan fought tooth and nail today in the curtain raiser of the Asia Cup in Bangladesh, with Sri Lanka winning by 12 runs with 7 balls to spare.
Batting first, Sri Lanka posted a challenging total of 299 for 6 in their allotted 50 overs.
Might just help to get that top order.
Lahiru Thirimana recorded his second one-day international century today in the curtain raiser of the Asia Cup in Bangladesh.
The Pakistani batsmen fought almost to the finish, but wickets at regular intervals had Sri Lanka on top towards the end of the game. The match was finally clinched with Lasith Malinga picking up the wicket of Bilawal Bhatti. Malinga bagged 5 wickets.
He's got him! That's his 5! Take a ball, Lasith Malinga. What an unbelievable performer. Turned the match on its head in the last...
And that's a wrap of your primetime news for tonight. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Nicola D'Zoiza.
And I'm Samir Rasuldin. Join us again tomorrow, same time, same place. Till then, take care and good night.
Hotline 0114-896-896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.